So in this problem, we are required to find the intersection of the two arrays. For example, in this problem, we have this array 1 which is consisting of 1, 2, 2, 1, and another array contains 2, 2. So we can see that the intersection part of these two arrays is basically 2. Although it is appearing twice, but still we would return only a single 2 because that is the number which is repeating in these arrays. Okay, in the example 2 we have this 495 array, and another array is 94984. So we can see that 9 and 4 are repeating in both of these arrays, so I would return 9 and 4 in the form of array. So just keep in mind that the output should be in the form of array. Okay, and order does not matter. For example, I can return 9 4, and 4 9 is also accepted in this case. Okay, so let's see the basic approach. The basic approach is like, I would create two hash sets. Okay, which would the first would store the elements of this nums1 array. Okay, uh, just a second. So the first, this hash set would contain all the elements of nums1 array. So I would just simply have a for loop, and I would add all of these elements into this hash set 4, 9, and 5. Okay, now I would be required to fill this hash set B. So uh, I want that I would store only the repeated or the intersected part in this hash set, because my approach is that I would create an array of the size, uh, and size would be equal to the number of elements repeated. So I want to store only those elements which are repeating. So for that, I would basically put a check here that I would add only that element in our hash set B which was already existing in hash set A. So so I would initiate a loop, and I would check for 9. Was it already in hash set A? So I would have a check in this, and I would find that yes, there is a 9. So I would add it in my hash set B. Now for 4 we would check, and we would find it here. So again we would add 4 in our hash set. Now again it goes to the 9 pointer, and I know that it was already in the hash set A. So I would add it again in my hash set B. But as we know that basically the hash set contains only unique values, so the hash set would remain unchanged, because frequency, you can think in terms of frequency, that its frequency is increased, but the element is still, there are only two elements in this hash set. Now the pointer would reach 8, and we can see that 8 is not there in this hash set, so I would not add it in my hash set B. And similarly for 4, 4, we know that it is repeated element, and it was also there in hash set A. So I have already added it, and it would be added, but the hash set would remain unchanged. Okay, so now I would calculate its size, which is 2 in this case. Okay, so I would create an array of size 2, and in I would initialize a loop which would store all the elements of this hash set B into this array, and then I would simply return the array. So here's the code. I have created both of these hash sets, then I have filled uh, the nums1 element into the hash set A. Then I have this condition. This is the check that if the number one, sorry, if the elements in number 2 array was already existing in hash set A. If it is already existing, then I would add number 2 elements in the B hash set, otherwise not. Then I would create an array of size, and it would be having a size of B dot size, and then I would initialize a pointer K, and then I would have this loop which would run in the B hash set, and I would store array of this array of the elements as I, and increase the counter, and then I would simply return the array.